Ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Knight with another commentary for The Rise of the Witch King. And this one is a 2 versus 2 on 2.02 4.0 on, I believe this is Udun. Whoa, lots of lava and scary gates. And in this game we have Pwn ICU as goblins. We have Pwn Easy as elves. We have Bushit as Mordor, and we have Pickles. Yeah, he's called Pickles, I don't know why. As Angmar. And right now, let's just take a look at their starts. We've got a Hall of the King's Men for the Angmar player. Of course, an Orc Pit for Mordor. We do have the Eye of Sauron currently scouting, so Mordor is getting a good idea of what he's dealing with. We do have a barracks here for the Elven player. And there we go. We've got a goblin cave facing the wrong way. Okay. Doesn't mean the goblins kind of have to turn around. It's kind of a strange way to actually face that. But that's the way it is. Okay, we have Lorien warriors heading south. Let's see what they find. And what's this? What am I looking at? Oh, that's just a builder. Okay. Signal fire is in the center of this map. Somebody might try to capture it at some point. Definitely a good idea. And the Lorien warriors are close to the slaughterhouse. They seem to be the first unit ready to start harassing. These orcs showed up. And the use of the rallying call there would certainly help to make these units a lot stronger. Slaughterhouse was deleted, of course, because it saves resources. And these orcs have no chance against these buffed Lorien warriors. I don't even know if retreating them makes sense at this point. There's only 2 of them. Might as well just sell them for resources. Or just fight to the death. Now down here, we have goblins desperately trying to do some damage, but these Gundabad orcs are right behind them. Up here, more Gundabad orcs are going to destroy these tunnels, and I think I heard Fell Wind actually used on the goblins, but I switched away at the last second. So it was a good use of Fell Wind by Angmar, although he was already basically caught up to the goblins. And now these goblins trying to stop the orcs. They might not be able to. Yeah, they weren't able to. But now the orcs can't go anywhere, and the goblins can attack them. Now down here, these Lorien warriors are really a menace. The orc archers are out to try to kill them. But they did take out the slaughterhouse. We have 2 orc pits now. And we have a Haradrim palace. And now lancers are actually being built. It's already level 2. That was quite fast. And we have a green pasture being built by elves up here. A couple more goblin caves. These are helping to protect the tunnel from this side. But ultimately, I mean, it's also likely to be attacked by this side. Now, again, we have another goblin cave. So it's actually kind of difficult to attack that tunnel. The clump of units around it. Goblins are trying to counter Angmar again. We have more units coming. It looks like elves are going to attack Angmar. And oh no, don't send your builder there. Don't do that. Oh, somehow the builders, well, I thought he was going to get away for a second, but it looks like they did notice the builder and he's dead. Ouch. We have a troll and wolf den being built. A lot of interesting units can be built there. And the archers are exposed there. So that's kind of awkward. But then again, goblins are actually on their team. I got confused for a second. I thought the goblins were going to attack them. But it's actually was just the Angmar player, and he didn't have a lot of units. And it looks like he's moving them back. These goblins trying to chase down these Thrallmasters. This Thrallmaster doesn't have any units left. He's just going to die. Eye of Sauron moving around. Wolf Riders. Wolf Riders are on the field. One of the nice things about Angmar is they're very versatile with their Thrallmasters. They can build any type of unit. And look at this. We got a lot of Wolf Riders now, actually. And yeah, these goblins just not in a position to counter it. So good use of Wolf Riders. Down here, we have more goblins. They're not going to be able to do a whole lot if the Wolf Riders go after them. And what's going on over here? Lancers being chased by Haradrim Lancers. Rivendell Lancers, that is, being chased by Haradrim Lancers. The Lancers are going to attack that mill. Now, they're going to be stronger than Wolf Riders, but there's a lot of Wolf Riders. Now, the Lancers also showed up. Oh, very interesting. But he did manage to get them away. The question is, can anything catch them? I don't think the wolf riders are going to be fast enough, but I could be wrong. The Haradrim Lancers, though. Well, in any case, things are looking... Oh, what's he doing? He's trying to move back. And why is he running an aggressive stance? You do not ever want to run an aggressive stance when you're running away. It's one thing when you're attacking and you don't expect to take much damage, but aggressive stance will just cause them to be killed more quickly. And what is this? It's a lot of goblins. Now, these wolf riders, they're supposed to be effective against swordsmen, but there are a lot of goblins here. If you just try to charge into the middle of them, you're going to have problems. These guys would slow down, and they don't have a lot of health, so the goblins would easily bring them down. That's one way the goblin players can actually try to counter cavalry. If there's enough goblins, it's kind of tricky to kill them without your cavalry getting stuck right in the middle of the army. I mean, one thing is to attack the edges of the army and try to carefully maneuver them like that, but you'll still be taking damage from the goblins as you do that, because they'll be attacking you with their swords. And right now, see, some of those goblins got stuck at the back there. There weren't that many of them at the back, so they were easy targets for the wolf riders. And wow, Fell Wind was used. Very effective use. And Snowbind. Let's actually take a look at the powers. Elves has Rallying Call, no surprise there. War Chant for goblins. They did not go for the Cave Bats for scouting. These wolf riders are here to do some damage. You can see again, you have Snowbind, which is protecting the Hall of the King's Men from damage, at least temporarily. Should be long enough to take out all the goblins. There aren't a lot left. And Fellwind was used effectively a couple of times already. Of course, you have the Eye of Sauron for Mordor, as we saw. And that's that. Goblins are still going to try to destroy this mill, or at least damage it. The wolf riders are too powerful. Now down here, more goblins. You have half-troll marauders. I was going to say swordsmen. They're not swordsmen. And look, we have a fissure also protecting this. There's a really concerted effort here to protect this one tunnel. But then that leaves these buildings farther away from the fortress. And when you build fortress expansions, they help protect your buildings. So it's kind of, you know, it's... I don't know if this is necessarily the best move. I mean, just to protect one tunnel. And the goblins are outnumbering Angmar, at least these orcs, but we still have these wolf riders, and they're going to take action. They're moving in, and uh-oh. Oh, this is bad. This is bad for Angmar. He's not going to be able to kill them fast enough. He's not going to be able to do it, and the Hall of the King's Men is down. He has another one over here. He's going to have to build one more, though, because you can't possibly outspam the goblins with one. I mean, really, you're probably not going to outspam the goblins to begin with, but at least you have some stronger units and some more versatile troops, like these wolf riders. But he still needs to have enough of them. And Lancers showed up back here, doing a lot of damage. These wolf riders, there are not enough of them. Mordor is sending more troops, though, to try to counter them. Now they're moving back. We have Rudauer Spearmen summoned. They're not going to be able to catch the Lancers, which are now retreating back to their ally goblins here. There aren't really enough wolf riders left. They did use the poison blades kind of pointlessly because the wolf riders ran away right away. Unfortunately, recharges faster. We have a beacon, which I think is... Yeah, this is the Angmar player. Perhaps he was telling Mordor to do something with his troops because they were just standing there. And now these orcs are not really going to be able to do much over here against these units. You can see here that goblins and elves have a lot of resource buildings, and the goblins are moving down here with some half-trolls. Mordor trying to move... well, he looked like he was moving north, but he decided to go after these Lancers instead. He deleted the slaughterhouse. And that builder... Oh, dear. There is actually a discussion underway right now on whether there's a way to let Mordor builders actually build walls so that they can actually build a wall hub to survive against such an attack. You can see in this situation why Mordor could use that. Apparently it's doable because you can just use the Dol Guldur wall models and have those be Mordor's. Now the Mouth of Sauron's on the field, as you can see. Very useful hero to have. The Mouth of Sauron with these Lancers Haradrim Lancers, rather, not just Lancers, because of course these are also Lancers. They're trying to chase down the Rivendell Lancers. Now, I wonder what the Elven player is going to do here. We have, which player is this? Oh, that's Angmar. Okay, I got confused for a second. For some reason, I thought it was a different color. We have a cave troll. That will be goblins. And Snowbind again used to protect this troll and wolf den. Things are looking really bad for Angmar right now. He's lost quite a lot. Now this mill might be in trouble. Or maybe not. And here, Mordor is just outnumbered. And he's got some pikemen against swordsmen, not really going to do a lot. And Elves successfully repels this attack as well. So right now, it's really the northern team that's winning. Although Mordor is doing all right at his base. Doesn't look like he's had to deal with anything too bad yet. But now Elves is moving down. We have Haldir, who's level 3. Now these archers, even though they're just Lorien archers, still pretty deadly. However, Mordor has a lot of units. However, I do not see any archers in Mordor's army. I only see orcs and I only see Easterlings. And he used his war chant, but ultimately Elves decided to retreat, which was a good move, given the fact that obviously these units are quite dangerous when they have when they're buffed by war chant. Now Goblins is moving south again. Azog looks like he retreated. Again, I don't know why he's in an aggressive stance. This seems to be very common. He was probably attacking something, and Goblins forgot to switch him to battle stance. And now, Snow Trolls. So Angmar is upgrading. Snow Trolls are, of course, much better cavalry than the Wolf Riders. Of course, they're also much more expensive, so there's that problem. Oh, that Thrallmaster, and he's dead. That's the thing with Angmar. If you take out the Thrallmaster, the entire horde that he controls is down. Only Angmar has this feature, and that makes them particularly vulnerable. So they're very versatile. But yeah, they have that problem. What's the Mouth of Sauron doing? He managed to actually get to level 4. He's getting a lot of experience right now. And he's used his doubt ability. And the sentries are over there. And the Mouth of Sauron is actually going to be able to retreat here. Interesting. He does have quite a bit of health. And what's going on over here? Oh! Fell Wind trying to be used here to repel these, or to slow down these goblins. Summon White's ability is used. And now, things are looking really bad for Angmar, with a mountain giant also attacking the fortress. Can goblins actually bring this down? I think I already know the answer to that because I read the replay comments. But I'm not going to spoil it. And these whites really deadly, doing a lot of damage. Normal goblin warriors are really not in a position to do a lot. The mountain giant was brought down. Mouth of Sauron doing some damage. Trying to kill Azog. Down here again we have Lancers trying to do some damage, but now they're forced to retreat. We have Haradrim archers. And I believe Blackworks as well. Elves has his units just down here. Now it looks like the signal fire is under control of Mordor. And the Malorn tree is down there. Goblins trying again to finish this fortress. Is that the Snowbind ability again? I think it was. So for now, the fortress is safe. But from the beginning, really, Angmar has been on the defense. He's got Karsh out, but he's losing right now. Fortress is still alive. This mountain giant probably sent to finish it off. But it looks like he's in trouble now, and Mordor is showing up as well. He's not going to be able to escape. He's definitely going to be killed here. Azog running forward. It looks like Goblins is getting really desperate to bring down this fortress. Azog, of course, can do quite a lot of damage, but he actually get here first, and he was just getting killed the whole time. And the mountain giant's dead as well. Well, I guess he can keep trying. The fortress is almost finished. Now, elves here, the massive army, and destroying this slaughterhouse. He could really go for Mordor right now. It looks like the Mouth of Sauron used his doubt ability to weaken his units. And the Lancers again showing up. There's so many Lancers. Plenty of Lorien archers and Mithlond sentries as well. The Elven Wood ability was used. Now, what are they going to do? Can they do some more damage? There's a builder here. Nobody seems to be attacking the builder. The builder is actually retreating. He is building another slaughterhouse. Probably a reactive move there by Bushit, who's Mordor. Try to save his guys. And we have the summon Ents. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're going to do a lot of damage. Oh, dear. Look how much damage they're doing to the fortress. Now, Elves is just attacking with everything he's got up here. Slowly weakening it. These Lancers, though, not a lot of them left. Glorfindel has lost a lot of health, but he's using his Blade of Purity ability. And they did it. They took down the fortress. Glorfindel went down, but it was a worthy sacrifice. Because that kind of damage, that really sets Bushit back. Looks like Goblins here has Scavenger, which is going to certainly help his economy. Angmar, again, has some whites, of course, but Bushit is Mordor. He's lost. He can't use every single power. He's lost all his powers until he rebuilds his fortress. He does have industry. He'll probably use it on something, but he's not going to be able to use it again until he rebuilds the fortress. And looks like Haldir is also dead. Well, ultimately, still a pretty successful attack by elves. And a tower is being built here. That's interesting. And it looks like the slaughterhouse was actually finished, even though it's not going to provide much in terms of income. Mouth of Sauron and some Mordor troops trying to counterattack the elves, but the elves have a lot of units. They were just building more as they were losing them. So this is a pretty hopeless attack, really. These Sarajim archers are kind of exposed. Look where the Lancers, look what they're doing. Oh, now he's trying to react. Bush is trying to prevent the Lancers from attacking his archers. Just barely gets them in the way in time. The Lancers still trying to find an opening, but they decide to move back. And it looks like quite a lot of them hit there. But yeah, Elf still has quite a lot of units. Now, as you can see, most of those pikes are dead. He's just got 4 left, and now they're going to be killed. So by killing the pikes, he can easily send the Lancers to finish the job, but he seems to be heading in this direction instead. Is he planning a counterattack? I think he is. He might be planning a counterattack to keep damaging that base, but there are a couple of Easterlings here. And he turned around, decided to go after this slaughterhouse. Or not. I think he's still going. He's trying to find an area where he's far enough away from these Easterlings, or maybe he's still determined to get to go after these unit production buildings. And oh, this slaughterhouse was hit by the furnace. Look how many resources it's getting. 106. Definitely a good thing to destroy right now, especially before Bushit rebuilds his fortress. What was that? Was he trying to rebuild it there? Something was going on over there. Let's just check. He doesn't have enough resources right now, unless he's building it somewhere else on the map. And he's already started it. I don't think he is. Now, Goblins still trying to... Wow. Still trying to bring down this fortress. But at this point, it's... I don't know. It seems it's getting increasingly desperate for the Goblins. He's not gonna... I mean, he could finish it off. It doesn't take a lot more, although it's slowly being repaired now. See, this guy's repairing it. But you can't just send, small numbers of units and expect them to actually make it there and finish it off. If Angmar's careful, you can prevent that from happening. And now Angmar's counterattacking with tons of cavalry, snow trolls, and wolf riders. Karsh is here, level 6 now. He has his blink ability and everything, and he's going to do a lot of damage. Those goblins are going to be butchered, and now the whites are attacking this level 3 fissure, which is producing fire drake broods. It only needs a little bit more time for them to come out. And oh, Thrallmaster went down, and this Thrallmaster went down as well, and we have the fire drake broods. Quite dangerous. Very effective at killing units. Look at the damage they're doing right now. But it looks like, yes, the fissure is down. Ouch. That fissure was important. Again, it was all the way down here. I mean, if it was up here and there were some maybe spiderling or spider hole expansions, you know, towers. I don't know if you could get the giant sentry. That's kind of expensive. But they would have been better protected closer to the fortress. So really, just to protect one tunnel, I don't know. Doesn't really seem like the best use there. There were a lot of whites there. Was Blight used at some point? What am I looking at? Yes, it must have been. Blight, of course, is much more dangerous in 2.02 than it is in 2.01. It's actually upgraded to a 15-point power. That's how good it is. You can just slaughter a whole army. It's kind of like using the Well of Souls ability, except without the healing effect. And was Snowbind used again? I think it was, and we have a Worm. Oh. All of the King's Men is down. Angmar again. He did manage that attack that destroyed the fissure, which was very effective. But ultimately, he's still in a lot of trouble. Whoops, I think I just clicked on the edge of the map there instead of switching players. The Worm is down. Still Lancers. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was... Okay, that was one of the Angmar builders. I think he just built this mill. So... Okay, and he's rebuilding his fortress here. Okay, I thought for a second a Mordor builder went down before the fortress was being rebuilt. That would have been a problem, but the fortress is being rebuilt, so everything's good. He did have a lot of resources the last time I checked, so it's not particularly surprising that he's already almost done the fortress by now. We have a Mumakil pen. They are 1,600 resources in 2.02 4.0, so very expensive, but they're also a lot stronger. So if he gets these Mumakil out, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Of course, they're still very weak against pikes, but against everything else, they're pretty effective. Angmar again attacking. Still has snow trolls. Lots and lots of goblins. He's again trying to go for the fissure. Again, he builds a fissure in the same spot. Although he has another fissure here now. Of course, he's got a spider lair as well. And Mumakil are out. Mordor is attempting another attack against elves, but elves is pretty dangerous at this point. However, Mordor has used his barrage ability, or Rain of Fire, or whatever the heck it's called. I always forget. I always get those words confused. Oh, yeah, it is barrage. Okay. Which one's Rain of Fire? I know that from somewhere. Well, anyway, that was very effective. It killed a lot of units, and suddenly elves in a bit of trouble. He just doesn't have enough archers. He just lost those archers. They just ran ahead pointlessly there to die. Glorfindel trying to do something. Does the Mouth of Sauron have... Oh, he's already used it. The Evil Eye ability. Haldir attacking from a distance. He's going to have to get Glorfindel out of there. They're doing a bit of damage to him, but he can retreat safely. The fortress is being upgraded to try to protect it. But ultimately, Elves survives this. Mordor doesn't really have enough troops to deal a finishing blow, but he can still keep the pressure on the Elven player. Goblins trying to run around, being trampled by snow trolls. More Angmar troops here destroying this tunnel. And this fortress really got... This guy, he's been rebuilding this fortress for so long. You've got to feel bad for him. I mean, he has so much work to do. The fortress was almost dead, and now he's slowly repairing it. I think another thing that was changed in 2.02 is I believe buildings are repaired a bit more slowly. But I think they start getting repaired more quickly, something like that. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to keep a really weak building up because it takes so long to repair it. And so it's going to be low health for a while. But in this case, Angmar managed to hold back goblins. Now it looks like goblins is trying to go forward again. But Angmar is going around. I wonder what he's going to do. The snow trolls are attacking Azog. And now they're all just trying to fight. Mordor up here, he's got fire arrows. Trying to find something to destroy. And over here, yep, so the fortress is all up. He's got the lava moat around it as well. Makes it harder to take it down. This protects it from melee attacks. And these Mithlond sentries have to retreat. Now this green pasture is in a bit of trouble. He's trying to protect his archers though with these guys. Mouth of Sauron brought down the Malorn tree. And now Elves just trying to do something. But he doesn't have archers. Looks like this builder was building a wall hub to protect himself, but he actually finished it instead of canceling it. And again, Mordor's just moving around trying to take out whatever he can from the edge here. Ents was summoned. Wow, I just switched this part of the map just in time because I saw there was still fighting over here. Elves is trying to finish this. But I think Snowbind was used again. So instead, the Ents are now targeting the Hall of the King's Men. One Ent's already down, though. There just wasn't enough firepower there. And ultimately, the Ents were pretty vulnerable. I think Karsh used his blink ability. Now, Goblins trying to finish it. They did finish this Hall of the King's Men. So again, Angmar in really bad shape in terms of unit production buildings. I think Gorkil's dying. Or Azog was dying. He actually might have actually died. And now, Mordor showed up. Possibly to protect his ally in case another attack like this happens. Right now, Mordor has done a good job rebuilding. I don't think he only has one orc pit at this point. So he's obviously relying more on Rodrum units and Easterlings. Of course, he's got the Mumakil. This is going to be fun to watch. Although there are a couple of pikes here. What's he going to do? He's going around. Oh, maybe he will show up to intercept them. And Elves will be well aware that there's a Mumakil here by now. He's pretty close. He's trying to retreat. They're taking damage, though, in the process. It's probably for the best. They're safer here in the Elven Wood where they get buffed, and they used Rallying Call. Now they're trying to weaken this Mumakil. The archers are doing a fair amount of damage. And, oh, what was that? I think that was arrow volley or something. Oh, wow. And Glorfindel nearly died from that, but a lot of Elven units died, so it was a nice sacrifice to the Mumakil to do a lot of damage. Now it looks like Mordor's probably having trouble seeing these units because of the mist that seems to be in place here. But he's going to finish off the barracks. Glorfindel trying to finish things off. Goblins showed up to try to kill Mordor troops, but the damage was done. That's interesting. It looks like Tainted Land was summoned on top of Elven Wood, and you have this really interesting looking area now. You just have one green tree left over there. And now, Goblins is attacking Mordor this time, and he's got a mountain giant. Mordor is building fortress upgrades. There are goblins over here. He's got fire drakes. Rogash is on the field. More goblins coming this way. So while these forces are distracting Angmar, he can send these guys forward. However, Karsh is actually over here. And Karsh is going to kill those goblins pretty quickly. Of course, he's got snow trolls as well. Now, there just isn't enough here to stop Mordor. And there isn't really enough to stop Angmar either, perhaps. But it looks like the worm was used. And the cave troll is down there. It's killed. The worm is trying to kill everything it can. Again, I think the blight ability was used. And the worm is going to die. And it... wow, it just disappeared. Okay, sure. Why not? Yeah, it just was not strong enough of an attack. And his units were split up attacking two different players at once. Angmar snow trolls trying to destroy some tunnels. Is he sending his entire army after them? Or most of them anyway. Might be a bit overkill. Although it doesn't look like he has anything other than goblins either, which is a problem. And you can't just send 1 or 2 goblin units against snow trolls. Gorkill's trying to do something with the fire drakes though. Really effective. Look at that. Job done. Angmar's preparing for another attack. He's got hill trolls too. He's got dark rangers. He's definitely been rebuilding a lot. He's got a dark iron forge. His fortress looks in very good shape. He's even got the Witch King's Sanctum upgrade, which lets him shoot ice balls at enemies. I wonder if he can reach up here. And yeah, building that tunnel there didn't accomplish much. And the builder's down, and we have spiderlings summoned. This would be goblins trying to counter this attack with spiderlings. Fell Wind used by Angmar. Rogash, of course, very effective at killing these goblins. Just one hits them and does splash damage. And Karsh also very effective at killing them. So definitely the Angmar heroes are a big threat to goblins. And again, we have this area is going to be attacked. And yep, we did see it used. We did see the Witch King Sanctum. It reached all the way over here. Look how much damage it did. If you can do a little bit more damage. Azog trying to fight them back, but he's outnumbered. And I think Karsh is using his ability. Yes, he used Whisper of Death. Completely butchered Azog. Azog had no chance there. I was waiting for that ability to finally be used at some point. And then, now it looks like, okay, Gundabad Orcs were summoned by Angmar. Angmar's going to do a lot of damage. Well, I'm losing my voice here from all this talking. This fissure is still alive. It sounds really weird. The fissure is alive. It's a building. It can't be alive. But you know what I mean. More fire drake broods being built. And now these half trolls here to finish off the hill trolls. And we have mountain giant expansions on the fortress to also help out. But yeah, this was quite a bit of damage done to goblins. Now the Angmar base looks much better than the goblin base. It's interesting, at the beginning of the game, the northern team was clearly winning, and now it looks like they're mostly on the defense. And I think that's Summon Whites again. Angmar again just trying to attack, keeping the pressure on. The Dark Rangers are pretty lethal as well. But so are those Fire Drake Broods. He might be aiming for those. I think he is. It's a good idea to finish those off. Did I just hear another Muma kill? Yes, I did. And we have another one on its way. Mordor's still controlling the signal fire. Really useful for him. He just recharges his powers a bit faster. We can see here the summon Ents is not that far off for elves. Those fire drakes are just going to die. Not very good against archers. I'm just taking a look at the power situation so you can see. Okay. We don't really have... Oh, hello. Oh, I'm going to watch Mordor for a while. We have a Balrog that's ready to be used. I was wondering, does anybody have a 25-point power? And sure enough, Mordor does. I kind of just want to... I'm going to switch to Angmar occasionally because he's playing an attack as well, and he's got more troops. Mordor is actually attacking down here, so maybe they'll team up to finish goblins. Just have to try to get the right spot when he does summon the Balrog. He's waiting right now. The best time to summon the Balrog is when there's an enemy army to summon it on, because you can take those out. He's also attacking this side, the Elven player's base. We have upgraded goblins with forged blades. They can do quite a bit of damage. Now they're buffed as well. Oh, Mouth of Sauron uses Evil Eye ability. Really weakened Gorkill, but he's still alive. He can retreat. Still no Balrog. He could use it to do a lot of damage. Mumakil took a beating but it's successfully chasing away these Mirkwood archers. Mouth of Sauron is dying, but he's getting away. And he still has these two units here that are going to recharge their, replenish their lost units quickly. Mountain Giant trying to do something. I don't know what he's going to hope to accomplish, though. Still waiting for the Balrog summon. I guess it makes sense to wait until... Uh-oh. Better move out of there. And he did. Good move by Angmar. Azog forced to retreat. And the Witch King is on the field. He's level 1 still. And now things are looking really bad for goblins. Elves built a level 2 barracks over here. Interesting. Now he's trying to rebuild Malern trees. What am I looking at? There's a beacon placed here. Maybe it was just say something about the army, and the Balrog has finally been summoned. Now look, Barrage is 3/4 of the way done. Now what's he gonna do first? So Ignite makes him a lot stronger. Okay, now what? He's gonna have to destroy a bunch of these buildings, of course. The Balrog's pretty resistant to fire damage, so those Drakes can't really do that much. Apparently the Balrog's fire, though, is still strong enough to kill the Drakes. And he's doing as much damage as he possibly can while he still has a magic damage, very effective against the Balrog, which is what these Mirkwood archers have with their Silverthorn arrows. And he's trying to fly away. Wow. That's... wow, okay, he died in midair. You don't see that too often. That was interesting. Nice attempt to try to get him away, but it was just too late. I could tell as soon as he started to fly, yeah, you're not going to get out of there. Angmar retreating. Those upgraded Mirkwood archers are really a menace. But, unfortunately for the Elven player, yeah, we have this happening. Uh-oh. And Barrage is almost done. Might be worth even waiting until it's charged and then just taking all this down. But then again, at this point, Elves is weak and he doesn't really want to give him a chance to come back. He's going to do as much damage as he can. The Muma kill can take quite a beating and bring down a lot of these towers. Mirkwood archers are trying to stop this. Oh, the Muma kill is charging. He's trying to do something. He's doing quite a lot of damage. And they're going to go down. He had to counter those archers, otherwise he would have lost his army if he just kept focusing on the fortress instead. Now what's he going to do next? This Muakil is almost dead. If he gets him close to the fortress, he's not going to last very long. We've got more Mirkwood archers. Barrage is ready, essentially. So he can just use this to take out this whole area around the fortress and weaken the fortress a bit. And he's got almost 25 points again. Let me just quickly see powers. Again, no 25 point there. Goblins is close. Angmar is pretty far. He's gotten a lot of cheaper powers instead. But yeah, Mordor could get a lot right now. And he's with that barrage ability available, he's really dangerous right now. It looks like he's going to leave the barrage as long as possible, because right now his archers are doing the job just fine. And they're just destroying as much as they can around this base. Yeah, things are really bad for elves right now. Angmar showing up again. Goblin's just in massive trouble. Still trying to recover after the Balrog attack. And there goes the Mountain Giant. Yeah, he was not going to do anything. Where was that summoned? Where? Oh, up here. That's kind of far away. What was the point of that? I was expecting it to be close to a fortress, not up here. And against fire, too. I mean, Mordor has fire arrows. He's got catapults, which, of course, already shoot fireballs to begin with. That was not going to accomplish anything. And now, still trying to bring down this fortress, but I guess he decided to focus on the forge instead. It's going to go down, and the game is almost over. Once Elves goes down, and this was used. Someone's being chased down there. That's why I switched maps. But yeah, the fortress is in massive trouble. Now he's going to attack it. It's going to go down shortly. What's going on over here? Just spider riders. Okay. I was wondering what was going on over there. And we have darkness. And that's it. Fortress is down. I think all Elves has left is the barracks in his allies' base, which he built a while ago. For good measure. But darkness is going to buff Mordor a lot. Elves has a builder. Where's he going with the builder? Surely he should be retreating to his ally or something. Why is he going over... What? What's he doing? Why would you build a Malorn tree close to your enemy base with possibly your last builder or second last builder? And with no fortress? That's interesting. I guess at this point it doesn't really matter. It's highly unlikely the game will be turned around for the northern team. But it was a good effort at the beginning. Things were looking so bad for Angmar. And now these spiders, spiderlings. What? You're right. Okay, so I guess Angmar just decided to build walls all around because why not? Kind of strange, but okay. It wouldn't be the first time Pickles would do that, though. And we have multiple Mumakil and upgraded Angmar units. Oh man, this isn't gonna go well for goblins. Elves, of course, no fortress, can't use his powers. Just checking to see if any big powers are available. Balrog's already 2/3 of the way. The game might be over by then. And Blight was used effectively, killed a lot of units. And yeah, we're just watching the game end at this point. There's just so much firepower against this fortress. 2 Mumakil. And the catapults and hill trolls and the rangers. And the Harajim archers, and I think that was, I don't know who used that, but yeah, that was used. And now, things are just about to be cleaned up. Well, at least these players are fighting till the end. I've got to commend them for that, because I'm seeing so many games of people just quitting as soon as it gets kind of tough. And Elves is officially finished. He lost his last unit production building. Just goblins left. Where is his... He's got something left. Is it this? Might be this. But yeah, the game is about to end, basically. And that's it. It's over. This was a very fun game to watch. It really was. Especially with Angmar just desperately clinging onto that fortress. Very good use of Snowbind multiple times to save multiple buildings. Angmar took a really heavy beating, but he managed to turn it around. Mordor as well lost his fortress. Angmar at least protected it, but Mordor actually lost the fortress. Still managed to rebuild it though, and then got Mumakil and just destroyed everything. That was interesting. It felt a bit like the bottom players weren't taking the game as seriously, and then when the going got tough, they realized, okay, we really gotta bring our game into the table and actually play as well as we can to turn this around. And sure enough, it worked out. So yeah, that was a fun game to watch. Fun game to cast. 2.02, 4.0. Go to gamereplays.org in the Rise of the Witch King section to find more Rise of the Witch King content, and the rest of our commentaries as well are up there. And I'll be doing more of these soon. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And that's it for this one. I'll see you guys next time.